So the first product I'm using is the NYX Push Up Brow Pencil. It literally lifts your brows up. Like Push Up Brow, the Push Up Brow works magic. So apply it under your eyebrows and just blend it in lightly. Now I'm using the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre as an eyeshadow primer. In my opinion, it's the best eyeshadow primer for oily lids and it prevents the eyeshadows from creasing. So just rub this all over your lids. Now I'm applying tape to create a sharp finish and avoid fallout of the eyeshadows. Now I'm going into the Morphe 35OM palette. It's a matte palette and I'm selecting this nude beige color as a base to set my eyeshadow primer. Going back into the same palette, I'm taking my first transition shade and I'm going to apply it into my crease in sweeping motions and also in circular motions to blend it into the crease and above. Now I'm taking my second transition shade, which is a shade darker than the first one, and going to be doing the same process as the first transition shade, sweeping motions and circular motions in the crease and above. Keep blending so there are no harsh lines. Now I'm taking a dark brown shade and I'll be applying this into the crease with a precise crease brush. Taking the same dark brown shade, I'll be applying it into the outer V of the lid and smoking it inwards and blending it with the crease too. Now I'm going into the Morphe 35OS palette, which is a shimmer palette, and I'll be taking this bronze shimmery shade to apply onto my lid. I'll be spraying the MAC Fix Plus onto my brush and applying the color onto the lid. I'm going back with the blending brush and just blending the dark brown with the lid color. Now I'm taking the Colourpop Supershock shadow in the shade On the Rocks, which is a shimmery bronze shade, and I will be applying this onto the lid on top of the bronze earlier with my fingers. I'm just taking a fluffy blending brush and blending everything. Now I'm taking a black Kohl pencil to line my waterline. I'm using my Essence liquid liner to do a winged liner. When it comes to the part to do the wing, it's easier to follow the trace of where you took out the tape to create the wing. So always apply the tape where you would be doing your wing. Now I'm using the Essence Forbidden Volume Mascara on my top lashes. I've gone ahead and applied my false lashes already. Now I'm going to be using the Nivea Men Aftershave Balm as a face primer. It is amazing. Sounds weird, but it's amazing. So gently pat this all over your face. Don't rub it. Pat it till it becomes a little tacky. This is optional, but I'm spraying the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer water. Now I'll be using my Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation with a damp beauty blender. Dab little parts of foundation all over your face and push the product into your face with a damp beauty blender. Don't rub it because it wipes the product off. Push or pat the product into the skin. It looks like I'm hitting myself with a beauty blender, but trust me, that's not it. Gently pat the product in. Now I'll be using the MAC Mineralize Concealer for my under eyes. And creating this weird, funny design. The same way I patted the foundation in, I'll be doing the same with the damp beauty blender. Push the concealer product into your skin. You have to set your concealer or it will crease. So I'm using the Essence Translucent Powder and setting my concealer. I'll be setting my foundation with the MAC Studio Fix powder and applying this powder all over my face. And now I'm taking my Smashbox Contour Kit and taking the last shade to contour my face. Always start with a little product and then build up accordingly. Make sure to blend really well so that there's no harsh line. This is optional, but I'm going to carve out my contour with the Essence Translucent Powder, and I'm going to leave it on for a bit. Now I'm using my MAC Gimme Sun Bronzer, and I'm going to bronze up the face above where I've contoured and blending it in with my contoured part. Make sure to bronze your temples as well. With my all-time favorite highlighter, the MAC Soft and Gentle, using a fan brush and highlighting above the cheekbone, the bridge of my nose, and the Cupid's bow. You can never have too much highlighter, so keep going till you're happy. I'm using the MAC Mineralize Blush in Stay By Me, starting with the apples of my cheeks, blending it into my bronzer. Don't apply too much blush, you don't want bright pink cheeks. Start with a little product and then build up. Time to clean up that powder. Now I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade for my eyebrows. So you always start with outlining your brows first and then filling it in. Now I'm going back into the Morphe 35OM palette, taking that shade to apply below my lower waterline. Applying the same Essence mascara onto my lower lashes. Now I'm using the Rimmel Provocalips Kiss Proof Lip Gloss in a berry shade and applying it over my lips. There are two parts to this lip gloss. It's the shade and then a top coat. Applying the MAC Prep and Prime finishing powder to set the makeup. Using the Benefit High Brow Pencil to highlight the brow bone. You could use a highlighter, a shimmery shadow, or this pencil. Thanks so much for watching. All products used are mentioned in the description box below.
Just guessing what to do. I'm making it as just different points of view. Guess I'm trying to keep my back.